Have you ever looked back at a friendship from your past and realized it left you feeling hurt, betrayed, or even broken in ways you didn't fully understand? Maybe it was a friend who abandoned you when you needed them most, or someone who manipulated or belittled you over time. Even years later, those wounds can linger, affecting the way you trust, connect, and show up in new friendships. If this resonates with you, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide to addressing friendship trauma from your past so you can heal, reclaim your peace, and build healthier, more fulfilling relationships moving forward. Welcome to Bridging Conversations, the channel dedicated to helping you master empathetic communication and navigate difficult emotional experiences. Here, we focus on practical strategies, emotional growth, and relational resiliency, so that even your hardest conversations and most painful memories can become opportunities for transformation. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This way, you won't miss our weekly videos that teach you how to handle complex emotions, set boundaries, and create the supportive relationships you deserve. Friendship trauma is real, and it can show up in ways you might not even realize. Maybe you found yourself avoiding close connections because you're afraid of being hurt again. Maybe you notice patterns of distrust or overthinking in your current friendships. Or maybe you carry silent pain from a friend who betrayed you, abandoned you, or didn't honor your boundaries. Here's the important truth. Friendship trauma isn't a sign that you're weak or broken. It's a natural response to being let down by someone you care deeply about. And if left unaddressed, it can affect your self-esteem, your ability to trust, and even your emotional health. The good news is that healing is possible. In this video, I'll walk you through a step-by-step process to confront, process, and heal from friendship trauma. We'll cover how to identify the impact it has on your life, how to process your emotions safely, how to set boundaries moving forward, and how to cultivate healthier, supportive relationships. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the roots of your friendship trauma, but you'll also have concrete tools to release the past and create connections that uplift and empower you. So let's start with step 1, recognizing the impact of past friendship trauma. The first step in addressing friendship trauma is recognizing the ways it has affected you. Trauma doesn't always manifest as dramatic or obvious emotions. Often it shows up subtly, in your trust issues, in anxiety around new friends, or in recurring thoughts about past betrayals. Here are a few signs that your past friendships may have left an emotional mark. 1. You avoid getting close to new people because you're afraid of being hurt again. 2. You overanalyze every action or word from your friends, looking for hidden motives. 3. You find yourself reliving old conflicts or betrayals even years later. 4. You have difficulty setting boundaries because you worry about rejection or abandonment. 5. You carry lingering guilt, shame, or resentment connected to a past friendship. Let me give you a story to illustrate this. I once spoke with a woman who had been best friends with someone during her college years. Her friend constantly belittled her achievements, spread rumors, and eventually abandoned her when she needed support the most. Years later, she noticed she was hesitant to form new friendships, constantly questioning people's motives and feeling anxious about being left out. That's a clear example of how past friendship trauma can subtly shape your emotional patterns and social life. Recognizing the trauma is the first step, because you can't heal what you don't acknowledge. Take a moment to reflect. Which past friendships left the mark on me? How do those experiences show up in my current relationships? Awareness is the starting point for creating lasting change. Once you've recognized the impact of past friendship trauma, the next crucial step is processing your emotions safely. Trauma can leave behind a mix of anger, sadness, guilt, or even shame. And if you suppress these feelings, they can spill over into your current relationships, sabotaging trust and connection. The key is to create healthy outlets for these emotions. Journaling is one powerful tool. Write freely about your experiences, your feelings, and your reflections on the friendship. Don't censor yourself. This is a safe space to acknowledge the pain without judgment. Another strategy is talking to a trusted person, a mentor, a therapist, or a friend who won't minimize your experience. Verbalizing your feelings helps externalize the trauma, making it easier to understand and release. Let me share a story. A man I worked with had been deeply hurt by a friend who betrayed his trust during a business partnership. For years, he carried resentment and anxiety, which affected his new friendships. Once he started journaling and processing his feelings with a counselor, he noticed patterns. He was quick to distrust new friends and hesitant to be vulnerable. By acknowledging these feelings, he gradually released the anger and rebuilt his confidence in forming healthy friendships. Other methods include creative expression, such as art or music, and mindfulness practices like meditation, which help regulate your emotional state. The goal here is not to erase the memory, but to integrate it in a way that doesn't hold you hostage. Processing your emotions safely allows you to reclaim your sense of peace and prepares you for the next step, setting boundaries in your present and future friendships. Step 3. Understanding patterns and triggers. Step 3 is about spotting the patterns and triggers that keep past friendship trauma alive. Often, we unconsciously recreate similar situations or attract the same type of friends who replicate old dynamics. Understanding these patterns gives you the power to break the cycle. Ask yourself, are there specific behaviors or traits in friends that consistently cause stress, anxiety, or hurt? Do you notice yourself overcompensating, people-pleasing, or avoiding conflict to prevent being hurt again? Are there recurring fears like fear of abandonment or betrayal that influence how you interact with others? For example, a woman I worked with had experienced a friendship where she was constantly dismissed and ignored. Years later, she noticed she always gravitated toward friends who were emotionally unavailable. Once she recognized this pattern, she could consciously choose friendships with people who were attentive, supportive, and reliable. Triggers can also be subtle: a joke that feels dismissive, a canceled plan that brings back feelings of rejection, or even certain tones of voice. When you identify triggers, you can respond consciously instead of reacting automatically, preventing old wounds from controlling your behavior. Understanding these patterns allows you to set proactive boundaries, communicate your needs effectively, and make better choices in current and future friendships. Step 4. Setting boundaries and rebuilding trust in friendships. Step 4 is about creating a safe space for yourself and relationships and learning how to rebuild trust, both in others and in yourself. Friendship trauma can make trust feel fragile, but with clear boundaries, you can form connections that feel secure and supportive. Start with identifying your non-negotiables. These are the behaviors or patterns you will not tolerate in friendships, like disrespect, dishonesty, or manipulation. Writing them down helps you stay clear on what's acceptable. Next, communicate these boundaries with honesty and empathy. For example, I value honesty and transparency, so I need friends who are straightforward with me. Or, I need consistent communication. If we make plans, I expect mutual effort to follow through. Boundaries aren't walls, they're guardrails. They guide others on how to treat you and protect your emotional well-being. Let me share a story. A client of mine had been hurt by a childhood friend who frequently shared secrets and then betrayed her trust. When she entered new friendships as an adult, she was hesitant to open up. She started small, sharing minor details and observing how her new friends responded. Gradually, she increased her vulnerability with those who respected her boundaries, building deep, trusting connections. Another key aspect is rebuilding self-trust. Trauma can make you doubt your instincts or your judgment. Pay attention to how you feel in interactions. If something feels off, honor that feeling. The more you practice trusting yourself, the easier it becomes to navigate friendships confidently. By setting clear boundaries and rebuilding trust step by step, you create friendships that are healing, not harmful, and you reinforce the belief that not all friendships will replicate past trauma.
Before we proceed, if you're finding real value in learning how to navigate tough conversations, then you're going to love what we've put together for you. It's called the Difficult Dialogue Toolkit Workbook, your hands-on guide to mastering communication in the moments that matter most. Inside, you'll find practical exercises, reflection prompts, and step-by-step frameworks designed to help you handle conflicts, give feedback effectively, and turn tension into trust, whether at work, at home, or in your relationships. Think of it as your personal roadmap to calm, confident, and constructive conversations, no matter how challenging they get. You can grab your copy right now using the link in the description below. Now, let's continue from where we left off.
Step 5. Processing guilt and forgiveness. One of the heaviest burdens that comes with friendship trauma is guilt. You might blame yourself for what happened, replaying scenarios and thinking, I should have done something differently, or maybe I wasn't a good enough friend. Here's the truth. Friendship trauma is rarely one-sided. Even if you made mistakes, trauma is often a result of incompatible dynamics, betrayal, or boundary violations that were beyond your control. Carrying guilt only prolongs your emotional suffering. A practical approach is self-reflective journaling. Write down your thoughts about the friendship. What went wrong? What was in your control and what wasn't? What lessons did this experience teach you? Next, practice forgiveness. Not to excuse the behavior, but to release yourself from the pain. Forgiveness doesn't mean reaching out to the person or inviting them back into your life. It means acknowledging the hurt, letting go of resentment, and reclaiming your emotional freedom. Let me share a story. I coached someone who had been betrayed by a long-term friend in high school. She carried anger and guilt for over a decade, believing she should have seen it coming or done more to prevent it. Once she consciously practiced forgiveness, writing letters she never sent, reflecting on the lessons learned, she felt lighter and more at peace. That act of forgiveness didn't change the past, but it changed her relationship with it, freeing her to form healthier friendships. Remember, forgiveness is for you, not for them. It's a gift you give yourself to heal and move forward without the weight of the past. Step 6. Reframing the experience and finding growth. Healing from friendship trauma isn't just about releasing pain, it's also about transforming the experience into growth. One of the most powerful tools for doing this is reframing, shifting your perspective so that instead of seeing the friendship as purely harmful, you view it as a teacher. Ask yourself, what did this friendship teach me? What strengths did I discover in myself because of it? How has this shaped the person I am today? For example, maybe the trauma taught you the importance of boundaries, self-respect, or the kind of people you truly want in your life. Maybe it strengthened your emotional intelligence or resilience. These lessons become tools you can carry into future friendships, ensuring you create healthier, more fulfilling connections. Let me share a story. I worked with a client who had experienced a friendship that ended abruptly with betrayal. Initially, she felt devastated and lost trust in others. But over time, she reflected on the friendship and realized it taught her to spot red flags early, trust her instincts, and prioritize people who genuinely valued her. By reframing the experience, she transformed what felt like a painful wound into a guide for wiser, more intentional relationships. Remember, reframing doesn't erase the hurt, but it allows you to integrate the trauma into your personal growth, turning painful memories into empowering lessons. Step 7. Seeking support and building a healing community. Healing from friendship trauma doesn't have to be a solo journey. In fact, seeking support is one of the most effective ways to process past wounds and build resilience. Start by identifying trusted people in your life, friends, family members, or mentors who can listen without judgment. Sharing your experiences helps externalize the pain and provides perspective. reminding you that your feelings are valid and your experiences are real. Professional support can be invaluable. Therapists, counselors, or coaches trained in emotional trauma can guide you through structured exercises, help you process unresolved feelings, and teach coping strategies to rebuild trust and emotional stability. Here's an example. A client I worked with joined a support group for adults healing from friendship betrayal. Listening to other stories and sharing her own helped her feel understood and empowered. Over time, she gained confidence, learned practical strategies to navigate new friendships, and even formed meaningful, supportive connections within the group. Remember, you don't have to face past trauma alone. Support is not a weakness, it's a strength. Surrounding yourself with understanding, empathetic people accelerates healing and ensures you approach future friendships from a place of clarity and self-assurance. Step 8. Creating a personal healing plan. Step 8 is about taking intentional action to address friendship trauma and rebuild your emotional well-being. Healing is a process, and having a structured plan makes it manageable and empowering. Here's a simple, actionable framework you can follow. 1. Reflect. Write down the friendships that caused trauma and identify what specifically hurt you. Recognize patterns, triggers, and the emotions that linger. 2. Process. Use journaling, therapy, or trusted conversations to explore and release the anger, sadness, and guilt tied to those experiences. 3. Forgive for yourself. Practice forgiveness as a tool to release emotional weight. Remember, forgiveness is for your peace, not theirs. 4. Reframe. Identify the lessons learned and how the trauma contributed to your personal growth, emotional intelligence, and self-awareness. 5. Set clear boundaries. Define what you will and won't accept in friendships moving forward, and communicate those boundaries with clarity and empathy. 6. Rebuild trust gradually. Engage with new friendships in small steps, observing consistency and respect. Trust your instincts and honor your feelings. 7. Seek support. Connect with supportive friends, mentors, or groups that understand friendship trauma and consider professional guidance if needed. 8. Integrate practices daily. Incorporate self-care, mindfulness, and reflection into your routine to maintain emotional resilience. Let me give you an example. One of my clients followed this framework after being deeply hurt by a college friend. She started by reflecting on the pain, journaling her emotions, and attending a small support group. Over weeks, she practiced forgiveness, set clear boundaries in new relationships, and cautiously allowed herself to trust again. Within months, she felt lighter, more confident, and more empowered to form friendships that truly aligned with her values. A personal healing plan isn't a quick fix. It's a compass. It guides you through the difficult process of acknowledging the past, reclaiming your power, and intentionally shaping healthier, more fulfilling connections in the future. I want to share a story that really illustrates the impact of friendship trauma and the hope that comes from addressing it. A few years ago, I met a woman who had been deeply hurt by a best friend in her teenage years. Her friend had shared private secrets, spread rumors, and eventually abandoned her when she needed support the most. For years, she avoided forming close friendships, fearing betrayal, and doubting her ability to trust anyone. One day, she decided to take intentional steps toward healing. She started journaling about her feelings, attended a support group, and slowly began opening up to new people in small ways. At first, it was terrifying. She worried she would be hurt again. But over time, she noticed something remarkable. She could form connections without fear dictating her choices. The friendships she built were supportive, nurturing, and aligned with her values. This story is powerful because it shows that friendship trauma doesn't have to define your future relationships. With awareness, boundaries, reflection, and intentional healing, it's possible to rebuild trust, connect meaningfully, and create friendships that empower rather than wound you. Step 10. Moving forward with confidence and empowerment. Now that you've recognized the impact, processed your emotions, identified patterns, set boundaries, and practice forgiveness, it's time to move forward with confidence. Healing isn't just about letting go, it's about stepping into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Start by trusting your instincts. Your experiences have given you insight into what is healthy and what is harmful. Let that guide your choices in friendships rather than fear or hesitation. Next, embrace self-worth. Remind yourself that you deserve friends who respect, support, and uplift you. Friendship trauma can make you settle for less, but moving forward confidently means you no longer compromise your values or peace. Another practical step is taking small, intentional risks in new friendships. Share a little vulnerability, observe the response, and gradually allow trust to build. Confidence grows as you take these steps and notice that not all friendships replicate the past. Finally, celebrate your progress. Healing is incremental. Every time you set a boundary, express your feelings, or connect with a trustworthy friend, you are proving to yourself that you can overcome past trauma and create meaningful, supportive relationships. Remember, your past friendships do not define your future. By taking deliberate action, setting healthy boundaries, and trusting yourself, you are not only healing, you are creating the foundation for friendships that nurture, empower, and enrich your life. Let's take a moment to recap everything we've covered today on addressing friendship trauma from your past. Step 1. Recognize the impact. Acknowledge how past friendships have shaped your emotions, trust, and current relationships. Step 2. Process your emotions safely. Use journaling, therapy, or trusted conversations to release anger, sadness, and guilt. Step 3. Understand patterns and triggers. Identify recurring behaviors, red flags, or fears that may influence your interactions today. Step 4. Set boundaries and rebuild trust. Define your non-negotiables, communicate them clearly, and gradually trust new friends. Step 5. Process guilt and practice forgiveness. Release self-blame for your own peace, not to excuse harmful behavior. Step 6. Reframe the experience for growth. Transform past trauma into lessons and personal empowerment. Step 7. Seek support and build a healing community. Connect with supportive people or groups and consider professional guidance. Step 8. Create a personal healing plan. Integrate reflection, processing, boundaries, trust building, and daily practices into a consistent roadmap. Step 9. Learn from real-life stories. Humanizing experiences remind you that healing is possible. Step 10. Move forward with confidence and empowerment. Trust yourself, embrace your worth, and engage in friendships that nurture and uplift you. Friendship trauma doesn't have to control your future. By taking these steps, you can reclaim your peace, rebuild your ability to trust, and create meaningful relationships that bring joy and support into your life. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your story. Share your experiences in the comments below. Have you faced friendship trauma from your past? And what steps have helped you heal? Your story could inspire and support someone else on their journey. If you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We release weekly videos that teach practical strategies for navigating difficult relationships, building emotional resilience, and communicating with confidence and empathy. Remember, healing from past friendships takes courage, patience, and intentional action. Every step you take to process, forgive, and set boundaries brings you closer to friendships that truly uplift and empower you. Thank you for watching Bridging Conversations. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue exploring ways to transform challenging relationships into opportunities for growth and connection.
If today's episode helped you see conversations in a new light, imagine what could happen if you had a full toolkit in your hands, one that guides you through every difficult dialogue life throws your way. That's exactly what the Difficult Dialogue Toolkit workbook was created for. It's more than just a workbook. It's your communication companion, packed with exercises, scripts, and mindset tools that transform anxiety into confidence and conflict into connection. Thousands of people are already using it to strengthen their relationships, lead better at work, and finally say what needs to be said with empathy and impact. So if you're serious about becoming a better communicator, click the link in the description right now and get your copy today. Don't just listen. Start practicing the skills that change conversations and change lives. Thank you for watching Bridging Conversations, where we turn hard talks into healing talks. Until next time, keep bridging, keep growing, and keep the dialogue going.